Right, I have been working on building and putting together HB Racing current Nitro car, the D8 World Spec D8 WS. Probably not as far in it as I'd like to be, but I'm like that with anything. Doesn't matter if I was finished, I'd still be complaining that it wasn't done fast enough.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look what I've done.
Got some shocky bits.
Shocky bits. But I didn't just smash them together. They've got polished shafts. It's got indicators on the preload collars for adjustment and a bit of a tune. I built them also emulsion style, not bladder. So you're part of the way through the build. And of course, we've got our diffs.
Oh, you finished all the diffs?
Finished all three diffs. So, and it's good. HB always do that. It's good to get the nice oily bits out of the way at the start.
Yeah, for sure.
Then you can go on with the build. Go into the rest of the build. And especially with an 8-scale buggy, the diffs, I mean, they're usually one of the first steps anyway. Yes. The diffs and the shocks take a bit of time. They just do. Especially when you put a bit of effort into them and make sure that they're actually going to be really smooth, really well bled, not leaking and stuff like that. So really looking forward to continuing this build. This buggy is actually going to race in Vietnam.
It's going places, isn't it? In
Femca. So it's really good. One of our team drivers is going to represent that for us. So that's huge in RC. HB Racing D8 World Spec. So beautiful. That's their Nitro buggy. Now, RC, what have I got here?
Something special? Rubik's bag.
What's in Brett's bag? We haven't played that game for a while.
No, what is in Brett's bag?
We haven't played this game for a while. Now, this is going to be something that's probably not new, but familiar to a few.
Oh.
Rob Casabine might lose his little mind.
Let's do this, eh?
Oh, get in there. Here we have, it's probably not the best being in a black bag. I've got some boxes of goodie. Here we have the Yokomo YZ-870C. Just going to try and get this bag out of the way, Beige. Here you go.
There we go. Electronics in it.
We have got the electronics in it, and the electronics is definitely not vintage. There's nothing vintage about the electronics. The most vintage thing about the electronics is the fact that the receiver is about 2 years old. The Futaba receiver, the 334 SBS, and the motor has done a race at Templestowe a couple of weeks ago. Now that is a Blitzstream 2. Orca did release this, the Blitzstream 3 last week, and we did get the initial shipment, but they did sell out, so there are more on their way. But I've paired that to, it's only a 21.5 for the moment. It will get a 17.5 when stocks are available. But I did pair it to a brand new Orca stock spec speed controller. And that is really cool. I've been dying to use one of these because we've been talking about it for about a year now, and they just sell out so quickly, or I didn't have a project at the time that was suitable. But here we have it, the Orca stock spec totem speed controller. And have a look at the size of it. And very that compact. Is now paired to Orca's all-new tuning tool. The Blue Con.
Yes, Bluetooth.
And that is a Bluetooth module that pairs to an app on your phone or device. Probably computer too. I don't know. I'm an Apple user. So in here, we've also got a MKS 575 servo. And that's come out of a previous project. Paired up to, I've actually got a prototype 9 steps shorty battery in there. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go. Real tight.
Real tight. So without further ado, what I would like to do is actually plug this car in. If I can. That's as, and
you're going to show us.
I'm going to get my phone out.
Oh.
We might in fact have to go.
Oh, I have to go wide, I reckon.
A little bit wider.
Okay, pluggage. Oh, we've got some flashy lights. That means everything on. Okay, you got a flashy light on the speed controller.
We've got a flashy light on the speed controller.
Got a red light here for the receiver, and then we've got a red light on the top here for the Blue Con.
Yeah.
All right, so you're restarting.
Yeah.
And you got your.
I'm only very new to this.
All right, so that's going to be talking.
Let me restart the app again. We should be talking.
Yep, so it's brought up totem.
There we go.
All right.
And we are in. So what we have here is all the tuning as you would have in your program box. So that can use, and this will also backwards compatible with the OE1, the OE101, the OE1 World Spec, and the big unit, the OE 1.2 drag spec.
Right.
So that is working there with the Totem, because that's a 2022 release speed controller. But yeah, so we have all our program data. So just like the program box, we have all the same functions, but you can have it in the beauty of your phone. So you can change the orientation of the motor wiring. So you can swap the A and the C wires over for that super neat install.
Yep.
You can also save files. So you can save like a track setting and save it. And then next time you return to that track, you can just upload it straight in. So you can have multiple files saved. Now running through, you might want to go tighter here. So running through some of the things.
Okay, so your motor orientation, your running mode.
Yep, running mode.
Is a standard racing type running mode.
Yep, forward and brake, battery cut off. And again, if you just open it up, you just change the drop down window. So you can disable it high, middle or low.
Yep.
Confirm, done. Your punch, we've got 5 levels of punch available, I think.
So it's on the highest level?
Yep, full whack.
Go.
Go, baby, go. Your PWM, your pulse width modulation.
Yeah.
So 24,000 all the way down to 1,000 hertz.
So is it right to say that the lower the frequency, the more punch you feel?
Yeah, it can be
and
more.
The higher, the smoother it is?
Yeah, it can be more aggressive. Also changes the way that the motor generates heat. Generally, the higher the switching, the higher the temperature of the ESC.
Yeah.
And depends on the track, can be the higher the temperature of the motor.
Right.
Or if the motor's laboring all the time. So if it's a very stop-start track, it can be very smooth because it's switching faster.
Right.
Drag brake 5%. So again, you've got all your different levels there. Maximum brake force. So again, these are just all things that you have. Reverse force, because it will go forward or brake reverse if I put reverser on. Neutral range, BEC. So the BEC voltage, you can have 6 or 7 volts, which is really good. The motor direction, we got clockwise or counterclockwise, and an RPM limit. So if you're doing a sanction meeting and you need to have like, I don't know, like 17,000 kV, you can put that in.
Right.
And it's as simple as then just pressing the send button.
Yep.
Send success.
Right.
It's uploaded it.
Updated.
Something else we've got on the app is data record.
Oh.
So that shows.
So that's live at the moment.
That's live at the moment.
Okay.
So it's not showing any speed. Now it does show actually real world speed. So in the settings, you can put your tire diameter, your gear ratio.
Yeah.
So it gives you the rollouts, measuring the RPM of the motor. So we had this spinning up before, and this 21.5 with that gearing and the tire size.
Yeah.
It was what, 41.7 Ks.
Yeah.
So it tells you, you can see that the battery's in storage mode, 7.82 volts, ESC temp, motor temp. There you go.
Wow.
Now, for racing, you wouldn't be allowed to really leave that hooked up, the Blue Con. That is meant to come in and out of the car, but this is vintage and this is fun. So
I guess if you were going with a competition car to practice and change settings, you just leave it in there. It'll be easier. Yeah.
But if you had multiple cars, and you can just like plug it in like a program box and put your phone on.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like the look of it mounted, and I think it's going to stay there. I reckon it's really cool.
Yeah, very nice.
So, and as well, you can do the manual, so you can look up the manual for your Totem.
Okay.
Your firmware update. So if new firmware becomes available from Orca, so we've got the model Totem firmware version, available version. There's none available.
Oh, okay.
So you can
it's
always
the
have.
version.
So it's really good for development. So you don't need to plug it into a PC or anything.
Yes.
And then, of course, you've got your system setting.
Okay.
But yeah, so that is really good, really easy to use. Works like first time, and I'm really, really happy with it. So
very neat.
Imagine people racing these buggies 40 years ago saying you have a mobile phone that talk to it. They didn't even know what a mobile phone was back in '87.
No. And for me, the little programming boxes, well, they're a bit small for my eyes. Can't really see what it's saying.
Well, you just refuse to get the right glasses.
I just refuse. Yeah, well, that's right.
No?
I just refuse to get glasses, full stop.
Even if you do, they wouldn't be the right ones.
What are you doing there?
I was going to go driving.
What?
I'm going to drive it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Have a look at the power of the servo.
Oh.
575 is absolutely beautiful. Blinking away. Can you see that in the overhead?
Yeah, it's blinking.
See, look, we've got it blinking. Got the receiver on. Really nice. I really love this 870C build.
Wow.
Belt drive so super smooth, huh? Like I said, it is only a 21.5, but that'll be plenty anyway to get around the track. Looking forward to getting the body done. Going to have a special unveiling for that. Got a special guest doing the body for us, which is going to be really cool. When we do, we'll get it to the track and have some fun. What do you reckon, Beach?
I reckon.
That is cool. I'm so impressed with that Blue Con stuff. And it hasn't made it any more complicated or difficult. It's made it easier.
Certainly has.
You know, you just turn your phone on and off you go.
It's a lot easier to put in your toolbox too, isn't it? The programming card. Yeah,
exactly. Or like I said, just leave it mounted. Got a little bit of blue side double-sided tape on there. In we go. Love it. That's all in RC this week.